Gang, gang, gang. It's your boy Lumphead. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Excuse me. Today we're doing the best of Louis C.K. Louis C.K., a true comic genius. Let's get right into it.
Stand up to show you. I'm standing on the subway like this. This is me on the subway. And there's a person here. This is my corresponding. Yours the stander, and there's your sitter, looker at dicker. They're just right there. I mean, that's what they have no choice.
In fact, you just stand your whole dick in somebody's face. You ever been in a train and somebody fucking stink, they just stand next to you, it's just like, ew.
You're sitting like this and you're standing over. I mean, women are decent and they stand like sideways, but we just go like, hey, there you go. There you go. That's for you the whole time.
Put his dick in your face.
So the fellow who's sitting here, usually they tune out your dick, like they're just, but he's looking right at it. He's looking right here. So he's looking, and he's kind of looking at it. Like, what's up with that?
Yeah.
And then he looks up at me and he goes,
nice dick.
And that makes me uncomfortable. And then he points right at my dick. And then I realize, I look down, my flag is open.
Oh, man.
And not only is it open, it's aggressively, it's like, it's not like a slit, like a pants vagina. It's like a grizzly bear's asshole. That would be. I was on a plane. I was flying out to Los Angeles recently for a lot of important stuff, and I was sitting.
All black suit? Oh, you're going to a funeral, Louis.
Like a pants vagina. It's like a grizzly bear's asshole. That would be. I was on a plane. I was flying out to Los Angeles recently for a lot of important stuff, and I was sitting on an aisle seat with three seats next. It was like a very crowded, stressful flight, and we're about to take off, and this woman gets on with her baby like this, and her husband and two other just sad-looking kids, and she's just walking through the plane, hating people with her baby. She's so upset, and I saw her come, and I realized that she's sitting here.
Fuck.
And I'm like, So she comes up and she says, "Okay, here's how this is gonna work. This is all true." She goes, "You
fucking Karen.
You're sitting in the middle. I'm sitting in the aisle because I have a baby." Oh, and I thought, okay.
Titled as mom.
And I told her, "Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get off the plane."
Cancel the whole flight. Fuck it. Cancel the whole fucking flight.
I was in Arizona, and there I was. I forget what I was going to say. Being driven to do radio by this woman who worked at this club that I was working at, and she gets this parking lot, and it's automated, and it gives instructions in English and Spanish, and she goes, "That's so offensive. If you're going to be in this country, then just learn English."
Wow.
And I said, "Well, what's wrong with giving people who speak Spanish an option?" And she says, "Because it's just, you don't understand, because Mexicans, it's just, they're really like, if you live down here, then like Mexicans."
Wow.
It's like really.
People so
like
casually racist.
Generally Mexican. And I said, I'm Mexican.
That's right. That's true.
Louis C.K. Mexican?
Is it your?
My father's Mexican. I lived there till I was 7. I only spoke English when I came here. I came to America as a little Mexican boy.
Right.
This is part of my history.
Is it telling the truth?
Coming to America.
America es muy bonito.
Oh shit. Muy bonito.
But I don't look.
So she didn't know that.
I said, I'm Mexican, and she said, "Oh, well, I don't. It's not that I don't like Mexicans. It's just that there's so many of them."
Like, that's better, bitch.
It's okay to be racist towards a group as long as it's just that there's a lot. Under a certain number, they're fine.
Right. Right.
Like 2,000, they start to get smelly and bad. That's what she was trying to say.
Are you a napper?
That's my favorite thing to do.
I'm guessing that this is all Louis C.K.'s like interviews, but these are fucking funny.
The wide world. I love Napa. I'll nap. I'll probably take a couple more before I go to bed. I just love. It's my favorite thing.
You like it better than sleep? Sleep is like the ultimate nap.
That's stupid. You just said that. That's a dumb thing to say.
What are you talking about?
That's such a dumb thing to say.
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you take a nap, are you laying down?
Yes.
and are you on a bed or a couch?
Depends. I mean, that's okay. Can you get past this part?
I just want to know where you
like
take
the
naps.
dumbest thing you could have asked me is, do you like naps better than sleeping? It is. It's sleeping. That's what a nap is.
Were you a bad kid?
I wasn't a bad kid, but I got in trouble because I just was alone and I just, like I got into stealing tampons at one point.
For profit?
No, I didn't make a dime.
Well, how would this work? I hesitate to ask, but how would this work?
No, I was 8 years old, and I just went into a CVS one day because I just roamed store aisles, and I was looking at the tampons, and I was sort of staring at them with this. I knew there was something dirty about them. I didn't know what they were. Staring, and I picked one up. I got the gall to pick one up, and I'm looking at.
I used to take the tampons, put a bunch of water on them to see how big they could fucking expand.
Tampons, and someone came around the corner, so I put it in my jacket, and now I have stolen them. Yeah. Because if I take them out, someone saw that I had them in my jacket. In my head, I'm like, that's it. They're in there. I can't. So I left, and I had sweat on my face, and I just went home and I threw them under my bed. And I'm eating dinner. Like everybody knows, I have tampons under my bed, and so it was a terrible, stressful experience, which I then repeated every day. 2 months, I'd go back and I'd just do the whole cycle. I just kept doing it. No, I never got caught. I mean, they probably saw me, but the guy's like, I'm not confronting the kid who takes the tampons. I'll pay for him out of my check before I live that moment. I'm not asking that little pervert what he's doing with it.
Yeah, there's something wrong with that boy.
Can you imagine just seeing Louis C.K. still fucking
they kept
tampons?
going under my bed, and I just tried not to think about him. And then one day I looked, and they were just gone. They just were gone, and my mom never said anything. She must have been cleaning up, and she was like, what is this? This is crazy.
Wow, that's...
I don't know, maybe she used them for like 10 years.
So what? So you come
my
home
dog
and had your dog eaten it?
Eaten a whole big bar of
Oh my
dark
God.
Polish chocolate. The Polish part doesn't matter, but I like saying Polish chocolate. and my dog had chocolate on her face, and I went, oh my God! And she
Aren't dogs allergic to chocolate or peanut butter or something?
looked at me like, I was home for an hour alone. What are you gonna, come on. And I was like, you're gonna die! And she's looking at me like, I don't understand English, but I get that you're upset. And so I'm thinking, I gotta get hydrogen peroxide into this dog, but I don't have any. So I've gotta go to the pharmacy, and she needs to come with me because there's no time. Right. I'm in New York City, and I put the leash on her. She's like, excited, we're going for a walk. And I'm running, and she's like, this is great for you. You never exercise. And she's just enjoying it. And then we get to the pharmacy, and she's waiting for me when I come out, and I've got a bottle of hydrogen peroxide that I have to make her drink.
Yeah.
Like, take yourself through that. How do you make a dog? Like, you just drink this, So I kind of pour a little in her snout. She goes like that. And so I kind of grab her and I pour more. She goes, I think I was pretty clear that I didn't like that. Like, she looks at me like she's trying to figure out what's going on here. And so I get my whole body around her. This dog was 70 pounds. She was like an alligator. Yeah, and if she didn't want to drink something, she's just thrashing. I'm like, drink it! And at one point I have her on the end of the leash and she's looking at...
He has so much range. You can tell from telling dark ass stand-up jokes to coming on shows like Jimmy Fallon and Conan and still being able to hold his own without having to curse or be like vulgar or anything.
All wet on the face. And she gives me this look like, I don't know what happened to you, but our thing is over. I'm not into you anymore. I'm a dog. And she starts going, she became completely vicious. She's trying to bite me, and I'm trying to save her life. Yeah. So I'm punching her in the face and splashing this stuff on her lips. All of it, I'm going,
she's fucking her up.
Kicking her in the stomach. I think a lot of people don't do their job because they don't like their job. I don't get that. Like if you go to like a coffee place and the kid looks at you like, and I'm like, I didn't come to your house to ask you for coffee. It's a coffee place. You work here. Your clothes match the building. I had a...
You clocked in, dickhead. Don't be fucking mad that you don't like your job.
Like if you go to like a coffee place and the kid looks at you like, and I'm like, I didn't come to your house to ask you for coffee. It's a coffee place. You work here. Your clothes match the building. I had a right to expect one. And you're closer. You're closer to the coffee machine. I don't know why, and I need coffee. I don't know why someone wouldn't want their job to go really well.
Right.
And I think usually it's because they're 20. Because they're 20-year-old douchebags that don't want to do... I am prejudiced against 20-year-olds.
Right, really?
Yeah, because 19, you're still your parents' fault.
Right.
20, you're technically an adult, but you still haven't done anything. Right. Like 20-year-olds at their jobs are always like, this job sucks. Yes, that's why we gave it to you.
That's right.
Because you're 20. You're 20 years old, you haven't done anything. You've just been sucking up resources. You've just been taking food and love and education and iPods and just taking it and judging it. Yeah, I like that. Oh, that sucks. You're like a big orange on a tree that's rotting, and the tree's like, get off. What? You know, just, I don't want to go. Like, you're hanging on. So I decided I don't want to be on the internet anymore. I don't like the way it feels anymore, especially in my hand, the devices. I don't like this thing that I stare into this thing, and it makes me feel upset. And I look at things that I know are gonna upset me. You know,
social media makes you so fucking depressed, yo.
I don't like this thing that I stare into this thing, and it makes me feel upset. And I look at things that I know are gonna upset me. You know, I guess I just like the hit. From going, oh, yeah, you know, like I'll go on my computer and I'll like Google an image that I don't want to see. So then I see a whole wall of it.
Hold on for a second. Okay.
You know, like big dicks with nails in them.
Big dicks?
Sir, you're going to have to leave the library.
Yeah.
Tell people, I'm fascinated about how you got the show on FX.
I have this show.
They said, we want you to do a TV show, and what did you say?
Well, I didn't need a TV show. I was in a unique position. I was on the road doing stand-up, and I liked it. So they said, you want to do a TV show? And I was like, okay, but only if I get to do it the way I want. And they go, yeah, we'll give you a lot of creative freedom. And I said, no, I mean, I don't even want you to know what the show's about until it's totally completed. And they said, well, that's unreasonable. We need to oversee programs that are on our show. And I said, of course. So let's not do it.
And see, this is genius.
It's a great position
really
to be in.
Genius, yeah.
So they said, okay, we'll let you do the show without supervision. But then they said, we need to know who's on the show. And I said, I'm not telling you. And they said, we can't have a show populated by people we don't even know who they are.
No, I don't think
And I said, of course you can't. Let's not do the show.
Forget it. Stop calling me.
Exactly.
Not too long ago, you got a Twitter page, and I've known you for a long time. I didn't know that you were into social media. Are you that interested in it?
Well, I kind of hate it. I think it's awful, and I have Twitter so that I can just tell people what what I want them to buy and give me money. I don't care. People get mad at me because I don't follow anybody. I 0 people that I follow, and people are like, you're arrogant prick. Like, I get really angry.
People get mad at you for that.
How dare you not follow? But why do they care? It's like a piece of cake going, come on, man, what, I'm right here. Why aren't you eating me? Like, why do they give a shit? I'm sorry I'm on television, but I think it's bad. I think that you shouldn't just do everything that's available to do isn't a good idea.
Facts.
There's a culture right now that as soon as hey, you get to do that, I'm gonna do it. There's no sort of like, maybe that's not just the constant, nobody takes in life unless it comes through this.
Yes.
Like whenever I see a televised event that's a huge, like the Olympics opening ceremony or a Times Square at midnight on New Year's Eve, everybody, they see seas of people all looking at it through their phone. Yeah. Like there's explosions and acrobats, but they're looking at it through a little 3-inch screen. Like I think if Jesus comes back and starts telling everyone everything, everybody's just gonna be Twittering and they won't be like, I am Christ and I have returned. Oh my God, Jesus is right in front of me right now. I swear to God. But this is, I'm now going to impart to you, I have a twit pic of Jesus. Oh my God, it's trending. Jesus is trending
Jesus
right
dick!
now. Okay.
I heart Jesus. You know they're gonna be lusting over Jesus when he come back. All type of fucking Tumblr pages and shit.
Can you just look at me for a second? I don't believe in saving money. I think it's arrogant.
It's arrogant to save money.
Because you could die. Yeah. And it's like holding in a breath. Like breathing. I'm not letting it out. I worked hard for this, you know. I don't, it's not a good attitude because I have children.
Yeah.
And I should be saving for them, and I'm way not.
Not saving? No.
It's really
Fuck them
bad.
kids!
I'm so not preparing for their future or even near present.
Wow.
I'm not. They have no idea how close to oblivion they are right now. If I die tonight, they'll be homeless tomorrow morning.
Wow.
They'll get both pieces of news at the same time.
Wow.
Daddy's dead, and get out.
Wow. No, so why work so much if money is not an issue?
Well, here's the thing. Why should they get the money?
Yeah.
They didn't work for it.
I did the shows. Why do they get the money?
Right, yeah.
I don't believe in it. I don't believe in raising your kids rich.
Right.
Is the worst thing you can do for them, or really more for the people that they're going to impact later in life.
Yeah.
Because there's no way somebody who's raised rich is not going to be a piece of human being. There's just no way. I mean, I know.
So I guess it's on all Louis C.K. interviews. It's called Louis C.K. A True Comic Genius. Super hilarious, man. He's super diverse to be able to go on regular daytime TV, not curse that much, and still be funny as shit. Shout out to Louis C.K. He in my top 10 greatest comedians, man. It's your boy Lumphead out. If you like these type of reactions, let me know.